Well, we got out. We're at a rest stop in central Montana right now. Just stopping for some coffee and some pie. Coffee water's on. And looky here. Fresh blueberry pie from Walmart. Probably just thawed out this morning. Says right there, best if used by 6/14/22. There was one right next to this that said 6/7. It was a whole week older. But we got out. And we have a little trip planned around the state here, and we're going to do a bunch of camping and see some sights and just have fun in general. It just feels good to be on the road again.
You sure about this pie, eh?
Are you going to cut that pie or are we going to eat it right out of the box?
I don't know. We might as well just eat it out of the box.
Anything you say, dear.
Well, so far.
You know, as much as I like pie, that better be decent. Looks gummy.
No? It's sweet.
Let me try. You know, it's okay, but I have an idea for this trip. I think we should search out decent pies on this trip. And if we do this right, we might have to stop at 2 or 3 places a day. No, I'm serious. Let's find places that make homemade pies or advertise homemade pies just periodically on this trip and see what we can find. What do you think of that?
Well, you know what? Because you got to compare it to my apple pie.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right then. You can have the rest of this.
All right. I can do it.
The pie was all right, but it left a lot to be desired, but we're going to hit the road.
Yeah, like a pie.
Yeah, like a pie. We need a decent pie.
Right, yeah.
Stay tuned for decent pie. Well, it's pretty late in the day. We got a late start today. Didn't even leave home until about 4 o'clock in the evening, late afternoon, I guess. And it's pretty late right now and we're tired, but I wanted to show you where we ended up. This is the Dry Wolf area of the Little Belt Mountains, north side of the Little Belts in central Montana. Beautiful area. I brought the Magicycle. Try to get out for a ride in the next day or two. I'm looking forward to that. It gets a little dusty underneath there, but not so bad that I can't wipe it off. Check this out. Look beyond Linda. There's a whole bunch of firewood here just waiting for us. I think they knew we were coming.
I did this while you were walking around and talking.
Oh, good. She's kidding. She can handle it though. Yeah, a lot of firewood here. We already checked it out. It's nice and dry. Campsite is clean. We'll check in with you guys in the morning. Linda and I just came to this beautiful meadow up here in the mountains. In Montana, they call them parks, but don't look for picnic benches. Let's see if we can find burls.
Burls?
Hey, the going looks kind of hard going up in here because of all the blowdown.
Yeah, maybe we should go that way.
Do what?
Maybe we should go that way.
Okay.
Skirt the edges.
All right, let's go that way.
Okay.
Well, it's still springtime here and there's a lot of beautiful mountain flowers in bloom. That with the scenery here, it's pretty incredible. The animals must just love it up here because the forage is so good. Came across some mountain lion scat back there. It was really shady, so I couldn't film it for you, but they tend to go in piles like a cat does, all filled with fur and everything. Yeah, Linda and I are just standing here enjoying the peace and the quiet of the forest. All we hear is the birds chirping. Pretty nice, yeah? It's almost time for coffee again today.
Well, the speed I go, we should head back now.
She moves kind of slow, but she's moving all right. Luckily, we're blessed with living here in Montana, where we have plenty of places to go without driving too far. So there's going to be we have plans for videos. You wait and see what's coming up this summer. Enough chat. Let's get back to searching the woods for what we can find.
Yeah, enough talking.
Enough. Exactly. Yeah, we're going to go back to walking instead of talking.
Do you have a saw or anything?
I do have a saw. We're looking for burls because Linda wants to make a kuska or a kuksa. Leave a comment if you know which one it is, but she's been wanting to make one for a long time. You know, years ago we used to see burls all over, and I know people aren't just in here in the middle of nowhere cutting them all, but I don't know what the heck happens to them. I don't know if the tree grows over them eventually or what happens. I have no idea. But we're not seeing them like we used to. Yeah, check this out, just laying on the ground here. Oh, wait. Let me pick it up.
You'll pick it up?
Yeah, it's kind of like a burl just laying on the ground. It's about 10 inches across. I guess we'll take this home with us and see if it'll...
Is it rotted?
Is...
Here, let me hold it and you can poke at it.
Okay, you hold it. Let me see. It's pretty heavy. It's got moss growing on it.
Seems pretty solid. It's like a root.
Yeah, it's like a root kind of a thing. It's very burl-like though, but the grain goes every which way. Well, we can take that back with us and see what it does.
Yeah. I'm not carrying it, you are.
Okay. There's wild strawberries all over in the area here, but it's too early, Linda says, right?
Yeah, because they're just flowering now.
I don't know.
Tiny white flowers.
Yep.
Like little tiny strawberries.
Yeah, the strawberry's about the size of a pea, but more flavor than any strawberry you can buy in the store. They're sweeter and they're pretty amazing. So it's really a find when you do find them. We're going to have to come back here in about a month. The only thing is, getting enough to make a pie would take probably days. These are wild roses, and this is rose hip right here. I wish I knew more about the plants and everything. Boy, the wild roses are just full of thorns, just a million little tiny spiky ones. You got to be careful. But I wish I knew more because there's so many wild edibles around me right now. I know there are, but I don't know what they are. All I know is dandelions and stinging nettles and rose hips, and that's about all I know. Do any of you watch Vanessa from Wild Woman Bushcraft? She's in Bavaria, and one of the things that's so much fun to watch on her channel is she knows what she's looking at, and she'll show you things and she'll tell you what it is and what it's good for, whether it's just good for eating or if it's got medicinal qualities to it. All of her videos aren't like that, but she's real smart that way, and sometimes she shares it. Wild Woman Bushcraft. As Linda and I walk along, we stop pretty frequently and kind of look over our shoulder behind us because there are a lot of mountain lions in the area here, and they tend to attack from behind. They also attack, if you're on a hillside, they attack from behind and above. So, and they follow you silently until they see their opportunity. So as you walk along, it's a good idea just to stop and check your six. Kind of looks like we came across the remains of a really old cabin, all rotted to nothing. It's got some heavy wire in here. It's not fencing wire, but that's the only thing we can figure. Small. Looks like maybe it was 8 by 10. Yeah, there's some other wire down here too. Number 9. Hard to say what that was, but it's rectangular, whatever it was.
Because they use these on the corner.
That could be. Pile of old fence posts, I suppose. Hard to say. God, what a beautiful day. Got these pretty little ones here. They look like, what are they, bluebells or blue bonnets or something like that. But over here off to the side is a bigger one. And Linda tells me these are poisonous.
My rule of thumb, because I don't know these Montana plants like I do the Hawaii plants, if it's blue, it'll kill you.
Well.
So I avoid blue things, blue flowers, and
I prefer hot dogs, potato chips.
Those aren't blue, are they?
No, they're not. Come to think, I didn't even think about that.
Hey, we just ate a blueberry pie.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're back at camp and it's lunchtime. Here's another campfire ring not far from our camp. And we noticed something about it last night that I wanted to share with you. It's this stone right here. It's called bluestone or blue rock. And it's very fine grained. And this is what the Native Americans would make adzes out of, or their stone tomahawk, or hammers. And they didn't flake it like you flake an arrowhead. They actually ground it to shape. If I can find some pictures of what I'm talking about, I'll be overlaying them on top of this video right now. But that's what this is. It was a great tool-making rock. Of course, they didn't use those adzes like we would use a modern one with a steel blade that actually cuts. Theirs would have a fairly sharp edge on it, but it was mostly for breaking fibers. So it was a tap, 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 tap kind of a thing. It's amazing what they got done with it. But they weren't building log cabins with them. That's for sure. Every time we camp, I always make the same mistake. I pick the nicest camp spot and I totally forget about the solar panels on top of the roof of the trailer. We're going to be lucky today to get maybe 1 hour of full sun on those panels. But you can see why we camped here. It's so nice. Even with a whole bunch of wood cut. And those two great big tall rounds over there make perfect tabletops. There's something weird about them. Let me show you. This round is really high. It's more than 3 feet. But it's got 1 million nails driven into it. All the way around it. Can't figure out why they would do that. You're not going to try splitting this thing with a maul or anything. And the nails don't go down far enough to keep you from cutting it up shorter with a chainsaw and splitting it up. So I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish here, but it looks like they had a nail gun. And it's not just this round either. It's quite a few of these laying around here, all full of nails like that. Pretty weird.
Maybe it was a battery operated nail gun and they wanted to see how long it would
Yeah, who knows?
operate.
I don't know. Linda's looking for rocks. Good thing I have a small trailer. What are you going to do with the rocks you find? Besides throw them at me?
Well, if they're the perfect size, my slingshot would work, but I'm looking for the rocks about that size and nicely rounded, but kind of flat, and I'm going to wrap them. You know how the Japanese have all those special knots that look really cool?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you wrap the rock with those knots.
Oh.
And it's supposed to be very artistic.
So you're in search of the perfect rock. We were just looking at the marks on this rock. Pretty odd. There's 4 of them, and the lichen has grown over them, over the marks. Did a squatch do it? I don't know. No, just kind of unusual. Okay, come on, Quigley. You can do this. Oh, good one.
Okay. Now I'm trying to can again. Maybe it's because I don't drink beer.
Ooh, good one. Wow, that's 2 in a row. Nice. What's his name? Zachary Fowler?
I don't know.
Well, Fowler would be proud of you. Oh gosh, would he ever?
Oh, I
Now,
got some tips from him.
well, he taught you to shoot with his video. Whoa, Linda. Man, you're just nailing it. Gee.
Okay, I think I'll stop now. Okay, Rick, you ready?
I guess so.
Okay, because, the last time I hit 4 in a row.
Yeah, I know, but the time before that you missed.
Yeah, just don't move. Don't.
Yeah, but the time before
No,
that it went
no, no, no,
low.
no. Don't move.
You've been shooting low lately.
Close your eyes. Okay, here we go. See?
I wasn't scared. I knew you could do it. Yeah. Well, Linda made a really nice homemade Dinnie stew in the small Instapot, and with the Blue Eddy EB70 over there. Ran it just fine. I like it. We made a really great improvement to this trailer that I didn't tell you about yet, and it's kind of hard to talk about. Well, on the surface it's not. It's this Max Air fan here. I just put this in a couple of days ago, and it's their basic model. It's exhaust only, but man, does this thing move air. It really does. I mean, check this out. With the door shut and this window over here open, look at that air just billow in through this side window here. Isn't that something? Well, that's important. Let me tell you why. Because Linda and I were convinced that we were going to build a little bathroom shower cubicle up here in the front, and I was getting ready to do it, but the first thing I had to do was plan on the ventilation. You see, the problem is, this is why this is difficult to talk about. In the middle of the night, we're a couple, right? And one of us has got to go, one or the other has to get up and go number 2, right? And what we've had to do all along is go outside, and because the buckets are outside. It doesn't matter where you are. It can be pouring down rain. It can be 15 degrees outside. there's so many reasons why you don't want to have to get up in the middle of the night and get dressed and put on a coat and everything to go outside and do that. So I was going to build a bathroom cubicle. So the thing is, I started thinking about how am I going to ventilate it? And I thought, this is a 6x10 cargo trailer. There is no way that even if I enclose that so it's all sealed up, and there's got to have a vent on it on the bottom to let air in and vent to take air out. And I started looking at different kinds of fans and everything, and it didn't make sense. So what we did was we put in this max air fan, and you know, in the middle of the night, the other party just looks the other way. And let me tell you, with that thing going, there's no odor. So you use the bucket. It's, you know, we use a sawdust toilet. You use it, you sprinkle some sawdust in, and you put the lid back on it. There's no odor. Once you put the lid on it, there's no more odor. And then of course we have a urine diverter on it. So we've been using it now this past few days because I just did this, and it's working perfectly. So there's something for you, some information you might be able to use yourself. Now you know why so many people travel alone. We've had a lot of fun, Linda and I have, over the last couple days from this campsite. And it's evening now, so we're going to go ahead and end this video right here. But tomorrow we're heading some places that are pretty cool. So stay tuned. That'll be a new video.
Yeah, another one. Another adventure.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming along, you guys. If you liked it, you know what to do. What do they do?
Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell.
The notification bell, so you know
Right.
when we come out with another video.
And watch them.
See you around.
Bye.